Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Bridge on BBO. Playing in, well, on weekends they do the like 2-day weekend event, which I'm not a big fan of. I don't really have a good reason, but I just don't want to play it. But they also regularly do so there's like a free day long every day, and there's also another free day long every day, and this is the USA Interstate robot individual that I'm playing in instead. It gets way less attendance than the other day longs. I don't know why. I think it's a better event. It has 12 boards of match points. The interstate competition bit is like just silly. I've talked about it before. Like, you should just ignore it, is my opinion. Because California always wins, and it's not just because we have the best bridge players. Anyway, so 12 boards, match points. Let's get started. I'm opening a heart. Easy enough. Easy 2 diamonds. And that's the end. Okay. Oh, this is a best hand event, of course, as most of the BBO day longs are, so that is a way in which, the reality of bridge gets warped a little bit. You know something more about the other hands than you really should if you were playing real bridge. Yeah, I think I should unblock here. I have entries to dummy in hearts, but I might not have those later. And assuming West's... we don't know for sure what West has in clubs. It could have been 10 Doubleton, in which case unblocking the king kind of costs me something. But probably it's like 10-9 fourth, in which case unblocking is necessary to let me finesse the 8 to stay in dummy for the last round of clubs. Yeah, see, they're trying to trick me. Trying to trick me into winning this cheaply. But now I'm quite... Well, am I sure? I still don't really know where the 9 is. If East had it, he would not cover here. There's little reason to. Or would he? A human wouldn't cover, because they know I have the jack, and so they can't possibly be setting up anything for their side. But Gip might think that West could have the 9, or the 10 of... the jack of clubs. In which case, he should play the 9 instead of letting me win the 7, right? So, I think we still believe West has led from a 4-card suit headed by the 10-9. And I can overtake here if I want the clubs to stay unblocked, which I think I do. I don't really need to be in dummy at the moment. Now, I don't necessarily... Maybe I shouldn't even have cashed that spade now that I look at it. My trump control is a little sketchy. And that heart pitch is not really urgent. I think this was a mistake. Anyway, I think a cross ruff is probably wrong, and I should be drawing trump here. Let's see how that goes. Alright, well... I'll ruff 1 heart, I suppose. Do I know anything about where the ace of diamonds is? Obviously, the king was ducked, which suggests East might hold it, but that's not a proof. West could have found a duck. I think usually they don't, though. Yeah. There are now 2 diamonds outstanding, the ace and the jack. If I lead a club, I will make my contract. They can win 2 diamonds and a heart only. If I lead a diamond, I might make an over trick if the diamonds are splitting. Because then I would lose a diamond and a heart, and that would be it. I think I just want to go plus. There was the 9. Oh. Look at that. The clubs were 3-3, so I'm actually making an over trick anyway. Cool. Well, some of my... I don't think I played this perfectly, but it looks like my misplays were not punished. I almost opened a heart here. I thought I had 5 of them. They're so good. Look at this. But... I mean... I don't think it would be... Like, I don't think you'd be put in an insane asylum for opening a heart here. But it's not the normal bid. I don't know if you should bid a diamond or 1 no. The hand is very red. I think 1 no is sort of not describing it very well. But if you open a diamond, you either have to reverse, which even I would like a bit more than that for a reverse, and Gib would like me to have another queen to reverse. Or maybe a king, I don't remember exactly. I think it says like 17 to 21 or something like that. Might be 18 to 21 though. So, or you could like rebid 2 diamonds, or you could rebid 1 no, but that's underselling your hand way too much. So you have to pick 2 of a red suit after a diamond pass a spade. And I guess I'll pick hearts. It is quite a nice set of red suits. So I guess a diamond 2 hearts is the plan. Okay, if partner bids hearts, that's certainly nice. I can stretch to respond 3 hearts here. I think it's close whether you could jump to 3 hearts if East had passed. But if East bids, you really don't have the luxury of bidding just 2 hearts. And I really do want to raise hearts, so the lower end of a 3 hearts in competition is not as strong as 3 hearts in unopposed. Well, I mean, I have a good hand. I think I'm just going to take partner's word for it that we're better off defending here. He does want to defend, right? He doesn't say. Just says, I have a good hand, figure it out, idiot. Ugh. Well, at unfavorable, we could do better in 5, but, I mean, I would need quite a lot of help from partner to make 5, whereas beating 4, I just need, like, nothing to be horrible. Do I lead spades here, actually? Cut down the cross ruff before they can get it going? Trumps are probably like 6-4, right? Maybe 6-3? If this guy's the one short in hearts or diamonds, it'd be... The downside would be, what if they just take control, draw all the trumps, cash a bunch of clubs, pitch all their red suit losers? I don't think they have a bunch of clubs, so I think a spade is safe enough. Ah, it's a bunch of clubs! But partner has a spade winner, so not punished. Partner's 3 should be 4th best. So I'm not worried about this second heart being cashed. Partner doesn't have 6 of them. Okay. I wish you'd led that before you switched to the heart. But I understand the Gib doesn't think that way. He knows if I have the ace-king, I could just underlead to him. Haha. I mean, it's fine. We still get 2 diamonds and presumably a ruff. Yeah. Oh, and the ace of clubs. So this is actually doing better than playing a game. Yeah, I give up. You can have everything you want. Nice. I mean, I guess it turns out we do make 5 hearts, right? Lose a spade and a club only. But this is better. How is this at 98? I guess because if you don't need a spade, you probably don't get the king of spades and a diamond ruff. You take your diamond ruff earlier, and then Gib doesn't risk the finesse or something like that. Because this seems like a normal auction, but yeah, the defense could have gone worse. I kind of hate the Gib 4 spades. I mean, obviously we pass here, but Gib bids 4 spades like with bad hands, with good hands. This is a perfectly fine 4 spade bid, but sometimes he just bids it as like, looks like 4 spades will make. Like 5 spades and anywhere between 6 and 13 points. Very difficult to navigate. So what is the plan here? The plan is to somehow get them to lead a heart. That's not so much a plan as a goal. I don't have a good way to achieve that goal. Like, I can rough out the diamonds and exit a club, and maybe they'll be in a little bit of trouble. But only one of them has the king of hearts, right? And the other one can somewhat safely lead hearts. I guess West... If East has the king of hearts, I'll get the queen no matter what. If West has it and East leads a heart, then I'm sad. Well, okay, so I guess I should play a club right away so I don't waste one of my dummy entries not roughing a club. Also, East may duck the ace. No. I don't want to get something over-roughed. But I think I'm still fine to just keep doing this. Okay. The 10 is actually a winner now. So I don't need to play a heart to the queen. I should have unblocked better in spades so that I could have 2 dummy entries if I'd wanted them. May as well drop the stiff king. Much more likely that's going to work than that. Like leading up to queen is never ever working. East is not going to duck. All right, we made the contract in a surprising way, although the normal way would have worked also. It turns out with the king over here, pretty much there's no way you can go wrong. When I was thinking about the end play in hearts, I did sort of imagine, oh, you know, maybe the ace of clubs will drop the king, and then somebody holding a club honor, like, I won't be able to rough out all the clubs, but maybe whoever's on lead will be end played in both clubs and hearts. I did not consider the possibility that the queen and jack would both be short. But if, like, one of them was short, maybe some end play could occur. I don't know. So this was a way that I did not foresee of making the contract, but it works out, and I saw it as it happened, and that's all that counts. Well, I also, like, you know, I diligently worked hard to rough out the clubs because that's just sort of good hygiene in that situation. Like, there are some nice things that could happen, and I didn't have to think about exactly what they were. You just would like to rough them if you can. So I'll give myself half credit for that one. This is... I'm sure my regular partner would bid 1 no trump here. And, I mean, he's a better player than I am. Not by a lot, I think. I don't know, sometimes he watches these videos. I just don't like this kind of thing. Like, having scattered values, no source of tricks. You know, like 1 no. You can't do anything but bid 1 no or pass. I think double is kind of bad. Well, I mean, maybe it's not crazy. But, like, it's... The upside of 1 no is so much worse when you don't have a way, like, where are your tricks coming from? And you have, like, just one stopper in every suit, so there's going to be one suit they can wreck you in. Partner can't have a ton of help for you in every suit. So I just, like, I don't know. I'm going to pass. I'm sure the field would bid 1 no here as well. Really? How interesting. Well, now we can think a little bit about what best hand means. I have 15 high card points, so no one else has more than 15. North has at most 11 because he didn't open. West has at most 5 because he didn't respond. So that's 16 for North and West together, right? Plus my 15. Okay, well. that's 31, which means East has at least 9, which we know because he opened. But, like, it means we know, for example, that, well, best hand means we know East didn't open like an 18 count planning to rebid 2-no. So, I guess the double tells us that too, kind of. I mean, you could imagine 15 with me, 18 with East, partners doubling on a shapely 7, but we know that's not happening here. So, okay, what does best hand tell me? East has at most 15. Probably 14, because if I had to guess, he's balanced. So, that's 29 between us. West has at most 5. Partner has at least 6. I guess, again, none of this really tells me very much. I don't think I should pass. I have decent clubs and, like, some good, I might very well take 5 tricks. Maybe that's enough to pass. The thing is, like, partner is probably short in clubs, right? That's what the double is about. You don't have to be super short in balancing seat, though. He could have 3. But even then, like, that means the clubs are breaking. I'm just like, if I have 5 tricks, I only need 2 from partner to come up to 7, and plus 200 would be lovely. I think the only other reasonable things I could do would be like 2 hearts or 1 no. This is sort of what you get for not bidding 1 no, of course, is now you can't really describe your hand anymore. I don't really think we're making a game, so 2 hearts is probably silly. You could try 1 heart in that case. How strong does Gib think 1 no is? Yeah, much weaker. Okay. He's going to think 1 heart is also quite weak. I think I'm just going to bid 1 heart. Try something conservative here. And that's the end of the auction. Okay, well. It seems like we would have taken 3 clubs, a heart, a spade, a diamond, and probably at least 1 other trick somewhere. So we probably could have gotten 200 by passing a club. Okay, so partner has 9. Plus my 15. It's 24. There's 16 for the opponents. Okay, I mean, East still seems pretty likely to have all of it. But there's like a card for West to have. Maybe the Queen of Spades, given the play to the first couple tricks. Yeah, okay, so East should have everything else. I still think I want to finesse hearts. I think it's safe enough to play another club here. Yeah, all right. Oh, no, the jack! Okay. Well, now this is interesting. Maybe it's not. I was thinking I could play the King of Diamonds now. And if East wins, he can't play a diamond into the Queen 10. And if he plays a club, I get a rough slough. He might have the last heart, which he could exit with. But in that case, I haven't really lost anything. But that line of reasoning doesn't really hold. Because If he plays the last spade, actually, West would get a ruff, so that doesn't help me. Plus, he could just duck the diamond king. Oh, but this is kind of... There's a classic pattern where I don't think we can quite do it, but suppose we had eliminated all the suits, all the black suits completely, and there were no hearts outstanding. If you then led the queen of diamonds, or led up to the queen, East holding both the ace and jack of diamonds is actually stuck. If he wins the ace, he has to lead away from the jack or give you a rough slough. And if he ducks, you've stolen the queen and can now lead up to the king. Right? That doesn't work here because there's still a trump outstanding. But it almost works. So I'll take almost credit for that, I guess. And if it turns out East only has 3 clubs, would that be possible? He would be 2, 4, 4, 3. No, he would have opened that hand diamond. So we know East has the last club, so this whole end play idea is not going to work. The good news is, though, we can take this finesse for free because we know East has only diamonds left. Even though we're pretty sure it's going to lose, it doesn't hurt to try it. Yeah, so in defending clubs, I mean, we would have been worth a lot more. That's the way to get a top on this board, is pass a club and then pass a club doubled. We get 3 clubs, 1 diamond, 2 spades, and a heart. There's so many suits that you can't afford to lead. It's kind of spooky. Like, given that we could see the dummy, we might manage it okay. You have to do something like ace of clubs, jack of clubs, king of clubs. And then... no. You don't have enough entries to the north hand to do everything. Because you also need to lead a spade through the king 4 to set up your second spade trick. I would be on lead. Let's say I led club to the ace. Partner comes back with a club. I draw all of our clubs and play king of diamonds, but Gibb ducks this. Then I guess 10 of hearts. That's pretty good. Or even just ace of hearts, heart to the queen is fine. We end up giving them a heart trick, but we're poised to take 3 heart tricks. They can't ruff any of their heart losers. We can deny them entry to dummies long spades. So they get 1 spade, 1 heart, 1 diamond, and 1 club. 4 tricks. Is that what the computer says? 4 tricks for East-West? How come we can take 9 tricks in clubs and we can only take 7 hearts? Oh, man. Well, apparently you can take 9 in hearts. Yeah, it says you can take 9 club tricks. Club does have to be a club, right? Yes, even a spade is no good. And then 10 of hearts is actually a... This was a play I considered for a while, I said, and then decided it was better just play ace of hearts heart. Oh, of course. You don't need to finesse the jack. You can just drop... You don't want to spend 2 honors on the trick the jack appears on. So you just play the ace. You need these 10 and 9 later to beat the 8 and 7. Then the 4. I see. And in spades, you can either, like, if East leads the king, you can win it or duck it. Either way, they get 1 spade trick and you get 1 spade trick. If they lead the 4, I guess you could probably win it or duck it as well. Yeah, kind of funny. The ace gives them a 2nd spade trick, but blocks the suit. Okay, well, I don't want to know how I could have taken 9 tricks in hearts. I guess I could have just guessed things better. I got the hearts wrong, which let them get a rough and an extra heart trick. That's probably all it was. I wonder if I could have then arranged the diamond end play as well if I'd gotten that right. I don't think so. This is a good enough hand to 2 over 1. So generally, you know, if you have a hand good enough to game force, you should bid out your shape properly. Longest suit first. Whereas if you only have a hand good enough to bid once, you should prioritize a 4-card major. That is not the only reasonable way to bid, but it is a popular style. And one to which I generally subscribe. Here, though, I'm certainly strong enough to bid my hand out accurately, but I'm not sure that bidding clubs is a good description of my hand. Like, the suit is atrocious. I think I'll just bid a spade. Okay. Partner has 3 of them. That's good to know. Let's see what West wants to do, because I'm in no rush. Okay, fine. The problem is now I have no idea what Gibb thinks these bids mean, and he won't tell me. I could double. That seems pretty silly. And what does Gibb think double shows? Yeah, diamonds. Which I have, sort of. He even thinks it shows clubs, which does not make a lot of sense to me. Maybe implied because I must be short in hearts for this auction? I don't know. I mean, I'm sort of think like, what game might we get to? Basically 3-0, right? You could maybe imagine that 4 spades could be good, like if partner has a stiff club or something. But most of the time, we don't have a major suit fit. We should be in 3-0. I have West suit well stopped. But I don't know that we're going to have a source of tricks. Maybe I will just double and see what happens. Sure, let's try some excitement. 5 spades! Okay, that's good to know. I don't need all these spades then. I guess I'll just rough this low. Declare is over roughing me, but if I rough high, Declare just gets to pitch a spade loser. So, Declare had 3 hearts, 1 spade. Presumably then, with 9 cards in the minors, West is likely to be 5-4. Given the double and then run to diamonds, not clubs, we can assume West has 5 diamonds and 4 clubs. So partner has only 2 clubs. Can we do something with this? Can try to give partner to club roughs, I guess. On the other hand, it was roughing declares loser, so I'm not sure how successful this really was. Down 3. I think I should have maybe gotten this for 800. I think I got carried away with the idea of giving partner roughs and forgot I was giving dummy potential roughs as well. Like, the first club is fine, but at this point, I could play ace of diamonds, 10 of clubs. Right? I guess, though, since partner doesn't actually have a very good diamond, that's not a real promotion. And we end up winning a club instead of a diamond. It comes out the same, right? Yeah. It says down 3 is the best we can do. Okay, well, I mean, it seems like 500 was pretty good. Do you play this as hearts? You play it as spades, right? Yes. Pretty good spades. Okay, well, we have 7 spades, and I mean, I don't think they can stop me, right? If they had led a club, they might have been able to go club, 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 rough, and then a heart. But they can't do that now. And I could, the club suit, I might have 3 club losers and a heart loser, but one of the clubs can go on a heart, so it's fine. And I still have an entry even after drawing Trump. Even if Trump were 3-0. Okay, and they're not brave enough to lead a low club and put me to the test, so I will clam the remainder. I just like saying clam instead of claim. It's a funny little inside joke for me, personally. Is it an inside joke when there's no other people out there who share it with you? Goodness. I mean, I certainly would like to take this out, but I don't know about making a takeout double. If partner passes, I would be heading to the nearest incinerator to stick my head in. So I think you have to bid 2 diamonds. Partner was gonna pass. Partner liked hearts. Okay, very funny. I don't think I can accept this. We might make 3 no, but I'd just like to go plus if that's okay. Pretty good hearts, partner. I'm sorry I didn't find the double. Oh man. Oh, this reminds me, at the club on Wednesday night, my partner and I play a pretty aggressive preempt style, especially, of course, at favorable vulnerability. And we were white and they were red, so favorable vulnerability. And my left-hand opponent opened a heart, and my partner was in second seat, bid 3 clubs, an aggressive preempt, and the next player had 10x, 10x, queen 10, 8, and then in clubs, ace, king, queen, 10, 8, 2. And the opponents were able to find the penalty double on that hand, and so poor partner took only 4 or 5 tricks. 4, I think. Down 5 for 1100. Very sad. I don't think we would have such a resounding penalty of 1 heart here, but oh man, just funny. So this sucks, by the way. I don't think we're making 2-no. They're going to cash too many clubs. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, just play low and see what happens. No, don't find the club return. My jack is squished. Okay, I'm ducking this. Actually, am I supposed to be setting up hearts or diamonds? I don't have enough entries to set up hearts, right? So I guess it's diamonds? Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, the good news is I don't have enough entries to set up diamonds either. Drop the jack? No. Oh, man. I need to quit playing bridge. Ah, the spades were 3-3 and I threw away my spade winner to keep a heart that is useless. Okay, joke's on me. The heart was a winner after all. Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't have run from one heart doubled. East would have been perfectly happy to let it sit. They would have taken 2 hearts, a diamond, and a club. Down 3. Probably. What does the computer say about this? Yeah, they take 4 tricks. I guess the field is passing here. Or, I'm sorry, doubling. Maybe they're doing better in 2-no, but I don't think so. Or they could run... Maybe I probably should have bid 3 diamonds, actually. I didn't even consider that over 2-no, but it's got to be the right call. My hand is all diamonds. And I bet I didn't look... I bet 3 diamonds is just fine. Yeah. We can make 3 hearts! Ah! Alright. Well, not coming in first place this week. 13 points... 3 diamonds and 4 spades? I mean, I'm hopeful 2 spades is going down, but I don't have any reason to double it. 4 hearts. 4 hearts? Really? I'm just going to double this. Knowing that the spades are lying badly for them and that partner has some cards somewhere, which appears to be the ace but not king of diamonds, or maybe king but not ace, I suppose. I don't believe this is a singleton. West would not bid this way with 6 clubs, probably. So we are putting in the jack. We are winning the trick with the jack. That's a nice surprise. I thought maybe partner had the 10, but the queen is even better news. We are returning a diamond. Okay. They're finding the hearts correctly, huh? This is bad. I need to make sure they don't get to run spades. What are partner's spades? Partner has 3 clubs, at least. 6 diamonds exactly. And 1 heart, I think. West really ought to have 5 for this auction. Dummy had 4 and I had 3, so partner has just 1. Well, had 1, is now out. So that would mean the partner has 3 spades. So this actually declares last spade already. There's no reason to duck. And the spades don't seem likely to become tricks, right? Just the king to pitch one of Declare's clubs, but Declare's fourth club is a winner anyway. So it seems mostly about getting us a second club trick, right? Well, a third, I guess. We've taken one. I need the ace and another. So if partner has queen 9 of clubs, then we can't be stopped. Declare has to ruff a diamond in dummy. I could give them that ruff now, or I could lead a heart. I don't think there's a big difference. Oh, let's play a heart. Okay, confirmed partner had... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? Partner had only one heart, but a second spade? 2, 1, 6, 4? If that's the case, we're in trouble. Because the 7 of spades actually threatens to become a winner here. Oh no, but I can cover it. I have the 6. Yeah, I think we're okay. And Declare still has to lead a club, so presuming that we had good enough clubs to take a second trick, i.e. that partner has queen and 9, we're fine. And if not, well, tough luck. Ah! Declare had the 9. And guessed correctly what to do. I don't know. Are you not supposed to double here? Are you supposed to defend better? It says you can't defend better. I don't know. Seems like that double will yield extra points some of the time. I would think more than half the time, but I don't know. Could be wrong. Maybe I had too many diamonds for the double. Yeah, so what are you supposed to do if you don't... I guess 3 clubs? Yeah, because 3 clubs doesn't really show anything. Okay, sure. Is forcing the 3 no? Suppose I offer spades on the way? What's with this double? Is this clubs? I guess it is. Okay. Partner insists upon diamonds. Okay, well, you probably have a reason for that. On the other hand, you declaring and getting a club lead through my naked king is pretty sad. But I mean, I have a monster hand. 4-4-1s don't play very well, but it's still 17 ups at an opening. It sort of merits at least exploring for a slam. On the other hand, I've kind of already explored by bidding all the suits and finding out partner hates all of them. I think you just bid 5 diamonds here. could try. I don't know. I mean, like, what could partner have? Let's say West definitely has the ace queen of clubs for the double. That's not 100% true, but it seems likely. So that's 6 points. Combined with my 17 is 23. There's 17 left, which means if partner has 12, a minimum opening, there's 5 points for him to be missing, besides the ace queen of clubs, which we've assumed he's missing. I mean, he could have, like, solid diamonds and the king of hearts. That would be pretty sweet. Don't even need the king of hearts, probably. Just solid diamonds. That would be 6-0 in the bag. But he could have, like, king, queen, jack of diamonds and the king of hearts, in which case 6-0 is a disaster. I could keycard in diamonds? Is that any good? I mean, I wish I could, like, bid this quantitative maybe, but I guess keycard in diamonds is the best I'm going to get on this auction, right? Sure. What am I doing over the various responses I could get? I'm sure partner doesn't have 0 key cards. He has to have at least the king of diamonds. So I will know the difference between 0, 3 and between 1 or 4, because he can't have 4 either. So 0 key cards I won't hear. 1 key card? That would be 5 diamonds. I could just pass that. Two key cards, I could punt 6-0. Well, 2 and the queen. 2 without the queen, I guess I would bid 6 diamonds and hope he has short clubs. Because we're committed to slam at that point. So 5 hearts is the worst response I could get. Okay, 5 spades should be alright. That's like solid diamonds, basically. So I'll just bid 6-0. Yeah. 8, 12, 13, 14 tricks. Could the diamonds not come in? Yes, they could be 4-0. In that case, I mean, I'll make myself a noose, I guess. Anything I can do to try to limit the losses if diamonds are 4-0? Run all the spades for some reason? I don't think that's accomplishing very much. Nobody's likely to pitch their jack fourth of diamonds looking at this dummy. Alright. Claim. Okay. Well, that should score reasonably well. 4 hearts. I hate this bid. You're not allowed to bid this. Fine. Just, I have no idea what the right contract is. I have somewhere between a bad hand and a good hand. Enjoy. Right? Like, this, it's a you can't call this a preempt. This hand is so good. And, okay, they're going to let me make 6 because they're underestimating you, partner. I'll draw all the trumps and pitch the diamond on a spade. Good practice to state your line when claiming, even if they can't hear you. Because you should state a line when you're claiming. I mean, I don't know. I don't always do it. If there's only 3 cards left or something, it's pretty obvious. But especially if there's any trump out, you should always say you're going to draw them. Or what you're going to do with them. And it's nice to be in the habit of doing that even against a computer. 97? What? I guess playing the 9 of spades from north was enough to give West pause. I assume if you played the 4 at other tables, West gave the spade ruff. I mean, you know, that's actually a good false card, right? It makes it. If you play the 4, West should know from East signals, like their lead. Where's the 9 is the question that West should be asking. If East had it, he would have led 9-6. So East definitely doesn't have the 6 doubleton. He could have 6 singleton, in which case give him a ruff. Or declare it could be singleton, in which case lead back to the king. Right? If you play the 4, there's just no way for West playing a spade to lose. If you play the 9, East could have 6-4 doubleton, and playing another spade could be a disaster. Oh yeah, you could go down, actually, right? Ace of spades, ruff. Underlead the diamond to the king, spade ruff. They take 1 spade, 1 diamond, and 2 ruffs. Wow. You could bid 1 no here, but I mean 2 diamonds is the normal choice. It's a little bit more fraught knowing that West has doubled and therefore likely has length in diamonds, but I mean, they're going to have diamonds over your king queen whether they're trump or not, right? So not a ton. Doesn't matter a ton. I want to start a spade heart cross ruff. What's the timing? How do you sequence that? Because West should be roughing hearts and East should be roughing spades, which is perfect because you can overruff both of them. And you might as well cash the aces, well, specifically the ace of hearts, before you get going, because it's not like you're going to be able to draw trump and eventually cash the ace of hearts at the end. You won't have enough trump left if things go well. So, okay. So much for that. I mean, it's fine. We always expected West would be able to ruff in front of dummy. I thought it might not be this trick. Okay. And I guess since I'm in dummy, I'm not taking the spade finesse. Maybe I messed this up and should have roughed in hand. All right, we made it. I think I could have done that better. I don't know. The ace of hearts, I don't know. I don't think it's an unreasonable play. It doesn't seem like it works, though, right? It says you should play a spade first, or just draw trump. Yeah, I guess with both clubs on side, maybe you can get away with that. Another nice hand. Easy 2 clubs this time, right? We're not bidding some no trump? No. Partner bids 2 no trump only, so we don't look like we have a slam, but I guess I have a lot of controls and a source of tricks. So even opposite 14, or like a good 13, we could make 6. What kind of holding would I be looking for from partner? He didn't raise clubs, so he probably doesn't have 4 small there, which would be the dream holding. Clubs run, and we're not wasting any honors from partner. So maybe we want partner to have like queen third of clubs. That's 6 tricks plus 2 aces is 8. We need the king queen 5th of diamonds. 11, 12, and the ace of hearts. Ace, king, queen, queen. I mean, that's 11 points. And slam is very good. So you probably should explore. The old maxim that I occasionally pay attention to is, you know, when you're deciding whether you should look for a slam or just sign off, try to imagine for partner a perfect minimum. Like, don't give him extra strength. You know, within the range he's shown, something he would consider the worst possible hand, or, you know, a minimum anyway, but that is well fitting with the cards you actually have. So for my example, that was, I gave partner 11 points with, you know, they were the right 11. And with that hand, if slam is guaranteed, if it's lay down, you should explore for slam. You shouldn't necessarily bid it, but it's worth exploring. And if partner's perfect, if even partner's perfect minimum isn't enough to make slam guaranteed, it's probably not worth exploring. And I mean, I suppose it wasn't guaranteed, right? Clubs could have been... No, even with clubs 4-0, you could pick the suit up by playing ace of clubs first and then finesse the jack fourth. So I think it's worth another bid here. Partner bids hearts. Okay, that's sort of bad news, but yeah, because now he's not going to have running diamonds probably, or not 5 running diamonds anyway. I only need 4 running diamonds. King, queen, jack, X in that hand would have been just fine. Is it worth continuing to explore, though, or just stop in 3-0? Maybe I should have bid 3 diamonds? No, probably not. I don't have 4 of them. I could bid 4 diamonds here, but no, yeah, that should show 4, as the robot says. So I think it's between 4 clubs or 3-0 here. 4 clubs, yeah, I mean, it conveys my interests. But I worry it kind of oversells my hand. And we can't get back to the likely best spot of 3-0 anymore. So, sadly, I will be signing off. Let's see. Partner has queen third of clubs, so that's 6. 2 spades is 8. A diamond is 9. You know, you would need quite a lot to go right to make 6 here. Could you even? I guess, like, if the ace jack of hearts were both onside, you could win 2 tricks there. Low to the 10, low to the queen, both winning. And then strip squeeze the player with the ace of hearts and king of diamonds. So yes, there are layouts where you could make 6 here, but they seem rather far-fetched. So what do you do then? I mean, you have 9 tricks. You can cash those whenever you want. So what do you do before then? You could play a heart to the king, which definitely sets up at least 1 trick. You could play a diamond to the queen, which might set up 1 trick, might set up 2 tricks, or might set up none. Heart to the king also might set up 2 tricks, I guess, if you're brave enough to lead up to it again, which you should be. Yeah, that's got to be better than... Because you can lead up twice. That's better than leading up to the diamonds and hoping the suit is 3-3. Low to the 10 is a little bit scary, but low to the king should be fine. Oh, I think the strip squeeze I was talking about doesn't even work because you don't have a late entry to the dummy. Because they knock out the king of spades. You can't cash all the clubs and then get back to the north end, which you do need. You need to be able to exit a heart for that line to work. Okay, well. Hey, it's the Jack of Hearts. That's another way to make 6. Load the King Queen twice and the Jack falls. Although, no, this is West's fault. West needed to duck the heart both times. And then the Jack could win the 3rd round and the Ace would be there to win the 4th. It's similar to like when Declare leads up to the King Jack in trumps. If you have Ace 3rd, you should duck because that's the only way partners Queen X can take a trick. This is the same thing, but just give everybody one more card. The defense, one more card each. But, I mean, I understand getting nervous and hopping. It's not crazy. So, I mean, a few times I misjudged a double. I could have gotten super rich on this board, I think it was. Could have gotten 500 instead of 80. This double was a disaster. By far the standout disaster, in fact. What was I meant to do on board 7? Did I have a pass there as well? Oh, no, I could have doubled a heart instead of bidding 2 diamonds. That would have been very favorable for us. I mean, I don't think what I did was wrong. I stand by my 2 diamond bid. Partner would have passed 1 heart doubled with much less than this, and we could have been unhappy. Right, it's a little dangerous to make a takeout double when you have a void because the odds are high partner's going to want to pass, but they won't be counting on you to have a void. Being able to lead a trump through Declare once is important, and just having an extra trump so the opponents don't have quite as many. You know, these are all things partner will expect you probably have. Even if you say, hey, I'm short in this suit, you're more likely to have 1 than 0. So when you do have 0, you want to be careful about, am I really willing to defend? And on this hand, I wasn't, although it turns out it would have been right. Still, a great showing. Some unexpected 90s. I mean, this one, I guess, kind of is not that surprising. Well, it kind of, yeah. We just got lucky, I think. The Declare took the trump finesse. But, like, board 6, no, sorry, 9. I'll give myself credit for being persistent enough in the face of repeated diamond bids to say, well, what could partner have? Hopefully a stack of running diamonds, and that was indeed what I needed and what partner had, so a bit risky to bid for now. Because 5 hearts would have been a problem. But, I mean, even if partner has, like, ace, king, jack, 8th of diamonds, the suit might come in. Even ace, king, little 8th, and the suit could come in, right? It could be 2-2. So it wouldn't be a disaster there. Then board 10 just rewarded for a false card, I think. Good technique. Even with no clear plan behind it. Alright, that's today's bridge. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.